Welcome to this human design live stream training with myself, Yvette Mayer of the Human Design for Marketing movement, and Sal Daina, who is all about getting your video visibility in a magical place. So today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be I'm going to take you into how to use the profile lines and the transits, the human design transits, to create more aligned and resonant content so that you be connected to your dream clients and you actually start to have more fun with your marketing. Is that something that you want out there? Hell yes, right? And for this, for you, it's here for you, Sal. Basically, this is going to be relevant for you. Excuse my puppy. She loves to get involved when I go live. So hi, Chili.
Hi, Chili.
So for this broadcast, we're going to help you attract dream clients, whether you're a generator, a manifesting generator, a projector, a manifestor, a reflector, and any profile line, because we're going to be working with the collective consciousness of what is going on in the background so that you're not just expressing yourself from your own design, but that you're connecting deeply with your audience. And we want that. When you connect with your audience, you move into a place of magnetism. When you're magnetic, you attract those dream clients and things start to feel a lot more fun. Amazing.
I love that. Welcome, everybody.
Yeah. So, fun fact, Sal Daina is both my friend, my client, and also my producer of my YouTube channel. She is an absolute rock star. She has styled with her beautiful business partners my background, my frame. This is part of what she does work-wise so that I show up in a really elevated brand presence. So that's
and hell yes. Drop a hell yes if you think that Yvette shows up with an elevated brand presence, people in this group. Drop us some love.
Yeah. So if you have been with me over the last couple of weeks, you have very likely participated in last week's influence activation class. Now, this class, which I'm going to pop up the information on, is that coming up? Can you see that?
It's coming across the bottom. It should, I think, frequency project it's coming up with, Yvette.
Okay, we're going to hide that one for the moment. We are going to go here. Okay. So,
hey, I just want to interrupt because it's live, and I just want to say to everybody, if you get bored, don't, because you want to hang around to the end because there's an offer coming, right? That's the whole deal. Definitely, you want to get really what's clear at the end is how we're going to show you in this how I use the transits. This is really important. How we use the human design for marketing. Now, if I was a newbie, a total newbie, never done this a year ago, never knew human design. And so you can get your human design chart, right, as well. So there's this activation class, but I just want to say I'm a complete newbie. But I want to say this too to everybody before we get into it. And there can be a bit of a fear that, what are they talking about? I don't care. No worries. You don't want to like us. That's okay. I've got no problem with that. It's Friday afternoon in Australia. It's Friday afternoon here in Australia. Where are you? What time are you watching? We've never done this, Yvette and I, before. We've never gone live together into multiple platforms across the streaming fucking universe. It's so exciting. I'm excited.
It is exciting, and I'm not surprised you're feeling so much passion, given that we're in gate 30 right now, and I can feel this passion coming through for you. So thank you for that. You do need to stay to the end because we're going to get into a really robust conversation and make this applicable to you. We want you to leave this training with a sense of, okay, this is exactly how I can apply this wisdom to my own content and create a shift. Okay. Now, as I said, you may have attended a class with me last week, which was all about your profile lines called Influence Activation. So that masterclass, if you didn't come to it, is absolutely dynamite. It's going to show you the correct platforms and pillars in your content strategy for you to have maximum impact and influence. In particular, influence, because the profile lines are how we are felt and received by others. This is how we amplify our natural influence and are met with demand for what we offer. Yes, the profile lines, if you have your human design chart, they're a profile pair. You're going to have two numbers, both are from 1 to 6, and they sit as the dot point on both sides of your chart. Thanks, Sal. You're lovely at demonstrating this. You can't read that.
Yeah. But you can see in the chart.
Well, it's a bit difficult because it's the number after the gate. It's the line, right? So it's the point on both sides. But thank you for sharing that. I think it's really important. And you know what Sal is sharing with you is something that is an asset in her business that she uses in creating her marketing that is from doing this work. So if you haven't caught the Profile Lines Masterclass, the feedback was off the charts. It was the kind of game-changing transmission where we had over 50 people on live. We have had many, many more do the training since then. It's also something, if you have been through it, that you want to do multiple times. This is the kind of work that the first time you hear it, it's good. The second time, it's magic. The third time, it changes the freaking game. So make sure that you have an opportunity this weekend to re-watch the training if you've watched it once. If you haven't seen it, jump in and register so you can get access to it. You will not regret this. You'll absolutely love this transmission. It was just gold, just gold. But importantly,
I was present for that. Take a breath. Influence activation. Think about those words. What is influence and what is activation? Just think about the words for a minute for yourself. What is influence and what is activation? What do you see influence as being? We know that influence is where people take action without having any pressure from people. So when you're coming from a place of high frequency and alignment to who you are, then you are activating the ability for people to find you as magnetic naturally. This is a really key part. And what Yvette does in that masterclass is help and show us how to use that bloody chart, which to me was like hieroglyphics, and apply it in a practical, real world sense. Like, to me, there is so much depth of information. And this masterclass, it's one thing for someone else to say it's great, but I can tell you as a participant that the 50, 60 women that were actually present, I don't know if there are even more because I was monitoring the chat and being in it, it was so crystal clear on the power and the magic of when you put marketing and human design together, because Yvette she's done the work. So isn't actually work. It's actually like, aha. It's like, I got flow and I'm understanding and I'm putting together the pieces. So I just wanted to say it's not work. It's like, it's Friday afternoon, it's fun, it's relaxing. It's actually like, put your earbuds in, get a glass of wine, sit down with your chart and just think, oh, wow, man, I got some permission now. Because that's the sort of things people were saying on the thing. Do you remember what the comments were? People were like, I feel really, oh, wow, now that makes sense for me. And, you know, so we're talking, ladies, in a business context, obviously, right? We're really interested in you being found, being seen, having influence and being really visible.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. We have had a comment coming in from Facebook that whoever has shared this, they can't hear us. So we're just going to hope and trust that it's a one-off. And this video, we'll be able to download it after the stream and re-upload it. So if it is a bigger problem, you'll still get to receive this. Not that you can hear me saying this right now. If you can't hear me, you're going to get it later though. All right. Now,
okay, can we get the, because we just also say one more time, it says having issues down the bottom, and we can also try so that we can put subtitles up if that's something that's useful for people, to just try to fix this error. We've never done this before, so we will subtitle this in case the people don't get bored. Stick with us. Just give us a minute. We're trying to work this out as we go along. And Yvette, I'm wondering if I should switch out and try to listen to see what's going on.
You can do that if you like.
I'm hearing it on my Facebook. In my women rocking videos,
it could be a
so
one-off issue. Let's keep going.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so if you want to learn more about the profile lines and the absolute brilliance that they can support you with in becoming more influential, then make sure that you download or get access to that class using the I'm listening in the background, but make sure you use the link that's on the screen right now so that you can grab that training. But today we're going to move into how do you work with beyond the profile lines, which are more about your platforms and your pillars. How do we go beyond that and into the actual content? Now, when it comes to content, as much as our own personal expression is important, and it is, and this is a big part of working with your brand personality through the Sun Gate, your personality Mercury, these are key placements in your chart that are going to help you express yourself on the right frequency. However, when it comes to your audience, you're not always going to have an understanding, especially at scale, of who you're connecting to and what's going on in their chart. So what we can do instead is we can tune in to the transits. So the transits are how the planets are affecting us based on the human design system. Astrology also has transits, same system. And in fact, astrology is part of human design. But in astrology, there are 12 star signs. So we're all born under one of 12 star signs. Whereas in human design, there are 64 gates. And we're all born
there's a really cool, sorry, I just want to add up. If you're in YouTube, you know this, but if you're watching, I'm just going to interrupt you. This is the way I roll, ladies. It's not me talking at the top of the bed. It's adding to. What I want to say is there's a big intro episode in the YouTube channel, which I don't think we've got a banner for, but if you're watching in one of the groups and you're not a subscriber, the part of the reason why we're doing this as well, we've got a whole YouTube channel that Yvette, every few days, she puts up the next gate, right? So you can learn more about it there, but this is how you apply it. So I feel like it's Friday, you know, you want to know more about the gates and that stuff, what it is. I think it's important to go and watch that back, but stay with us and then come back and watch again, because it's so much information for me. When I started with human design, it was really like, I'm like, gates, hang on a second, I've never heard of gates before. But the way Yvette explained it to me was, it's when she says astrology, it's a bit like, you know how they say to me, I'm a Pisces. Well, when the sun, my Pisces is the sun is, it's March, it's my birthday coming up, I'm going to be feeling something a bit different. That's effectively like a transit. Am I right, Yvette? Like, is that a kind of a layperson terms? I mean, I know you go into more detail.
Yeah, well, just like you are a Piscean, you are also a gate 37. You are born under gate 37. And so every year at your birthday, it can be a little off by a half a day or so, because it's only a 6-day window. So star signs are a month. Human design gates are a 6-day window. So every year at Sal's birthday, it's likely going to be gate 37 is present as the background frequency. And this is coming up in just a couple of weeks. In fact,
yes. So if you're a Pisces, say hi. What star sign and what, and if you know what gate you're already born under, let us know. Drop us in the comments. Yeah. What gate are you born? We want to know, what do you know about human design at this point? Let us know. Are we talking to newbies? Are we talking to, like me? I'm a big newbie, right? But I use it in my marketing. That's why we wanted to do this. I'm a newbie, and then there are people that are like deep into this that are just like poof, which is what Yvette was, you know. I watched you really blow up last year. I really watched you blow up, man. And as you asked me to do your YouTube channel, I won't ever forget seeing you say, I'm using the transits now for my marketing, and there'd be this complete shift into the way you made your content. And the way that people started to engage with it was incredible. And I was like, what is this? What is the transits? And that's when we hooked on, hang on a second, this is really helpful for people. This is a game changer. I said, are you sure? Can it work for me too? She's like, I've got this whole program called the Frequency Project. I'm doing it. I'm like, I want in, right? And I got to tell you, I cried. I cried because I didn't want to hear some of the insights. But it was the breakdown before the breakthrough. And I've since done the Frequency Project 4 times. And I'm going again because the deepening for me is so amazing.
Yeah. And I think that's such a great conversation for us to have. And I want to go a bit deeper on what you said then. And it is like, this is a system that has so many moving parts in it, and you could spend your life contemplating your chart and getting to know the pieces of you that you most resonate with. And it's such beautiful work as a personal development tool. However, when it comes to marketing, we don't just want to focus on ourselves, and that's why I love the transit so much. And like Sal mentioned, that my content has become more magnetic, more engaging. We have a gate 29 with us, personality sun the 29. My content is based on the transits. So every week or every 6 days, as a new transit energy comes in, I'm very cognizant of how is this going to make people receive me, or what is coming up for them that I can connect into that's going to help them, or them connect more deeply to me, or feel something in my content. And we all know how important feelings are in marketing. They're huge.
100%.
Yeah. So right now, talking of feelings, we're in gate 30. We're a few days into gate 30 in the human design chart. Gate 30 is about passion. It's about feelings. It's a very emotional energy. I have found myself being more emotional this week, not necessarily in the best way at all times either, because gate 30 brings up this impulsiveness in us, and we behave without thinking. How does this translate into marketing? Well, this is something we want to avoid in marketing, is being impulsive with what we're sharing and not actually being intentional. We want to be sharing what we're passionate about, but the things that we're passionate about that are also of relevance to the people we want to work with. We're not marketing to have just ourselves share anything that's coming up for us. Like, I know we're personal brands, or for most of us that are doing this work, we have personal brands, but there is a sweet spot between your passion and what your audience care about. And that's really important. And that is one of the biggest lessons of this gate 30, when it comes to your marketing. So I want to shift from here. Actually, no, first I'm going to give you an example of how it's affected what I've shared over the last few days. So I really sat with, what is it that I am super passionate about that I want to share in my content, because it's also going to help my audience. And it's so on brand. But the fact is, I am really passionate about creating content. Like, I freaking love it. It lights me up. I basically don't do anything else in my day outside of a bit of self-care, journaling, meditation before I create content. Like, that's how I roll. I'm all about creation before I consume. And so
I want to say I'm the opposite.
Yeah, and we're all individual. So I thought, you know what, it's important for my community to feel this passion, that even though human design is such a big love of mine, that I also have passion for marketing intelligence. I actually love marketing. And if you want to work with me, that's important to you. You want to work with somebody who is so on fire and so like, this gets to be fun, this gets to be easy, not somebody who's like, oh, I can teach you marketing, but like, you don't want that, right? So I knew that in this energy, it was important to connect into my passion and to get on to a live and speak from the heart. That is what I'm talking about when I say creating content that's aligned to the gate. This is not something I do every week. I am a sacral being. I don't have a lot of emotion. I don't. I find emotions hard. That's me.
So this gate is about that, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to talk about that in the YouTube channel. So this week, it'll be put up this week, you know, it'll be put up the next day or two. Get on people and have a look at that. But I'm going to pick up on something you said, because I did a live stream today for, you know, like I was in the live stream, and I was very passionate in that today. I was really almost huge kind of energy showed up. And so I came back and I was like, at the end, I didn't know if it was too much, you know, because I'm often told you've got too big an energy. But I came back and I was like, no, I've hit the points. I felt aligned. It felt real and true. And so maybe the gate's coming through me in a way. And so we both got the passion thing here today, naturally. And maybe you do too. Let us know. Do you feel passionate about something today in the chat? Did you feel an urge and then maybe hold back like I did, or like judge yourself, create something big, and then, you know, and then I got a really beautiful note from the organizer, and you know, I'm happy to put in the chat actually if people want to go and check that out, because that's on for a couple of days. You know, this is, we're not gatekeepers of it, and we like to share, we like to be collaborative. Obviously there's two of us here, we hope you are too in your marketing, and it's social media marketing. But what you said is, when you say marketing, just so people know, like, what is it about it that you're passionate? Like, what parts of, like, how do you break down what marketing is of it? How do you break it down?
Well, it is intelligence of understanding human behavior. And I mean, if you go to the essence of what is marketing, it's connecting with others to put an offer at a price in front of them based on their needs, their wants, and their desires. Now, a lot of people think about marketing and they're like, it's social media or it's just content. But marketing is, you know, the 4 Ps: price, product, promotion, place. This is, you know, this is
okay. So you're an expert. You've been doing it for 30 seconds. See how amazing she just throws it off. But let's really, like, I am not a 30-year executive. I'm a producer. So it's price, product,
promotion, which is advertising, and place.
And place. So, I love promotion and place, because as a producer, I'm looking for where is the place, where is the platform. So the place is platform, billboard, you know, fucking YouTube live, Instagram, right? Like,
also,
literally, if you're watching this and you don't know anything.
Yeah, a place is also where you sell. So we both sell online. That's our place. That's our marketplace. But so as marketing more broadly, place is also, I'm in the supermarket or I'm selling at markets. That's also place. Like, I think we just focus on promotion a lot. When we think about marketing, we think about promotion. But marketing is, oh, here comes my passion. But marketing is so much more than that. It's
great.
Effectively pricing your offers so that it's a hell yes from the people you most want to trade with or work with.
Would you like that out there watching in Facebook land? Would you like to know this stuff? Because, you know, long story short is I also then went on and am a client of Yvette's, because I want this goodness. So I want, listening to this, I'm really like anchoring it in for myself as well, and for my clients who make videos and get lost and they don't have all the pieces of the puzzle, because there are so many pieces of the puzzle. So do you really honestly want, which I know this is truly what Yvette brings in the Frequency Project, if you go and watch this bloody masterclass replay, which comes down in what, 3 days?
Yeah,
it come down in 3 days?
Australian, it's going to come down. So 4 days. It's got 4 days until it disappears.
And then it becomes a product, right? That she then goes on and absolutely markets.
Yeah.
So this is, you're getting it free. What I know this does is it takes the pressure off me for one of the pieces. There are so many pieces. And I'm a video producer. I know what the fuck content is, excuse my French, right? Like, I know what's required, but I'm more regular and constant, and I'm exploring more with my marketing. I don't have an offer. I don't have a price right now. I am giving content, helping elevate others, marketing and promoting who I am in other places and areas, because I'm not actually, I mean, you can work with me one-to-one, but I don't have like a group program. I've just finished one last week. So I'm like, off to India on Sunday, right? That's where I'm at. But I want to make content. and I want to stay in tune. And I've just used this. It's so dog-eared, this piece of, I take it everywhere. Everywhere. Even when I go to like out for the supermarket, honestly, I'm taking it with me because I know other people know how to use the app, and she's got all this fancy appy stuff and it's fantastic. But I'm like pretty old school. If I think I'm going to share, just like Yvette said, if you've missed this piece, it's really key. There's me, my human design, my profile lines, and then I'll look at the YouTube channel and what are the prompts that Yvette gave me, and is this aligned to what the world is experiencing as that frequency of the sun, the sign, or am I just thinking it's a good idea? Because I can make a note or record it as a video and pop it in content for later. She taught me that. I don't have to post it because it's a good idea. I can put it away and wait and give it a tag and a word and go, wait till that comes up in a game. I've already got that video. It was a good idea in the supermarket I had. I'm a generator. So I have an idea and I think it's a good idea to share it. But is it relevant at this time? It's been a game changer. So that's,
Yeah.
Sorry,
and I completely love that you have your basically workbook from doing the Frequency Project, which is my signature program, which, by the way, is open for enrollment right now. So she has been through this program and is so connected into how it's supported her in her marketing that she's literally carrying it to the supermarket. I mean, is that a testament or what?
I'm going to give everybody a little gift if I can. No, I'm not.
Oh, she's reneging on her gift.
Well, I didn't run it by you. I'm going to put it in the chat and ask, can I?
Well, we'll see about that.
Except I can't work out how to use the chat. I've got this other sign coming out, so I can't do this. I was like, no, I should wait, actually. Because we pulled a card on the woo-woo and it said, just take a breath, take a pause. I was like, interesting.
Yeah.
But I would love people to come and join the Women Rocking Videos community.
Yeah, I can share the link.
Can we get that up as well? Can we share the link?
Absolutely do that.
Because I'd really love to know from people.
I'm in the wrong area, banner.
Just wondering if, if you get into the Women Rocking Videos group, you can get trainings and things about how to up-level your influence from a visual point of view, really important. But I'm really loving to hear feedback on how you find the YouTube videos. Leave comments for us in the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's at the end of every episode or somewhere in the episode, Yvette puts 3 prompts. Like, I wish we could share screen. There's 3 actual prompts. And I had to say to her, what's a prompt? Because I would call it like a script prompt. Everybody has different language. It's confusing when I'm an entrepreneur for only 3 years in this space of online digital product marketing. And so when I go to her prompts and think about it and listen to the explanation, it's a shortcut. It really is a shortcut. And so every 6 days, I just know I've got another way of at least 3 pieces of content I can create that are going to resonate with people that something's going on in the world for them at the moment.
Yeah.
Or myself, that I can talk about. So thank you.
That's okay. The way that I started working with the transits, which I think is a good story as well, is it actually came from you. Like, you kept saying to me, I love what you're doing. Like, I love this focus on human design and marketing, but how do you use it for your audience? Like, I don't get this as a marketer, how you can be doing this without the audience piece. And it took me more going deeper into parts of human design to start to say, you know what? There's 2 places that I see, and there's more, but there's 2 key places that I see as incredibly valuable. The first one, and the primary one, is the transits, because the transits give us an understanding of the energetic frequency or the background frequency at a collective level. And as marketers, that's the best we can do frequency-wise. We're not going to be able to get to a segment of the population and understand their frequency, but we can understand the overarching sense of what's coming up for people. And I did a deep training with a woman called Kim Gould. I think her website's called Love Your Design. She's somebody that's been working with human design for a few decades. She's an Australian woman. And when she first started studying it, she found it very difficult, pre the internet being the way that we learn and connect, to get enough information for her to understand human design at the level that she desired. She knew enough. She knew enough to be dangerous. She knew enough. She was already like, everything that I'm learning about this is bang on. I need more. But then she discovered that she could follow the transits and see how they affected her personally. She could follow the transits and see how the world responded when it came to world events, big things like a pandemic or a war zone. Like, she could literally track those things against the transit chart and see the effect. And it's a big part of how she learned and became so deep into human design. It was her lack of resources, her lack of ability to connect to teachers and things. So she used the real-time wisdom of herself, her own experience of life, and then these external metrics like world events, and was like, oh my freaking goodness, like, you can't make this stuff up. You cannot make it up. It's so connected. And that gave me the like green light to think, this is the best hack ever. This is the best hack ever, that we have this wisdom, we have this insight that is affecting everybody, whether they're aware of it or not. And now when I create content using the transits, I have this experience where I write an email and people come back to me and say, you're like reading my mind. I literally had that happen to me today. I had that feeling come up for me. I wanted to quit my business this week. When I say that may have happened because of the low frequency of the gate we're in at the moment. And they're like, oh, bang on. This happens all the time. And this is why I'm such a big advocate for you receiving this wisdom. And I know it can be difficult to receive. I know that. I know that there's different levels of aptitude for the woo. And even if you're the most woo person, it sounds like a lot to get your head around. But my goal is to make it as simple as possible and to keep showing up, keep educating, and to support you in this. And you're going to get there, and you're going to get the benefit that is this secret. Not so secret.
And I think, thinking really about email marketing and all the elements, like when we talk about how much you love marketing, and there is Instagram Reels, and we know that you've really blown up there. We know that your engagement's really increased, and using these methods. I think there's like email marketing, video marketing, video sales letters. When do you want to launch? That feels good, aligned to your chart as well. Like, this is like more and more. I'm like, I seem to be away at my birthday, and it's a really good thing for me. It's a really good thing for me in this gate to be connected in a way that I need to be connected. And so, and on that passion, which is this gate coming up this week, I saw a friend of mine go live. There's so much unrest in and so many people dying and frightened in so many places in the world right now. And she came out literally guns blazing. And it was so potent. And I've never seen her do that before. And it was this gate of passion, And I think working and knowing that, I just using this wisdom that we get for how we also deal with our clients. Like, not just creating content that cuts through the clutter of the mess of how do you get to stand out and be magnetic and influence, but also like, who are the people you care about in your communities, and connecting with. That's marketing too. Like, having, how am I working with my clients this week when we close up the evolve your frequency, because Yvette and I co-led 6 months ago, and my sister as well, who's a stylist. there was passion in that room, wasn't there, yesterday? It was such passion, and it was really incredible. And so I think I keep getting confirmation of that from you, and keep getting, you know, I just think that the YouTube channel, this masterclass, which is honestly one of the gold, I mean, you know, you're going to sell that for a few $100 because it's so good. I had someone reach out and tell me how good it was the other day. You got 130 people in the Facebook group, like just bang on. There's a lovely community of people in there. It's only open for the next 2 or 3 days. So you really want to start to get in and have a look. If you're thinking my marketing is sucks, I've got no engagement, it's really lackluster, I don't want to do it, I don't like it, don't tell me what to do, blah, 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 blah. You know, there's already 11 people signed up for the Frequency Project. It really is, you know, it's Friday afternoon here, and Yvette and I would much prefer to be literally, let me tell you, out there on her pier doing not much. So, but we really are passionate about a role model revolution, and that women in business get to find the easier, more gentle, more holistic, more aligned way to do business, moving through as we come into the divine feminine, into the changes that are happening around the world. And this is I promise you, this is going to be an absolute game changer if you're willing to just say yes to yourself, to be more seen. That's the key here. If you want people to find you, marketing is the way to do it. And Yvette's so passionate about that. These products she's created for you are beautiful, and they're not fly by night. They're not ugly. They're beautifully made. They're really creative. They're crafted with elegance. And I think, you know, really, I'm not just saying it. You can see it's dog-eared. It's really, and it's the original one I printed, you know. So thank you. It's changing my life. I can't wait to go to India, come back and just kickstart into the next thing of offering. But I love doing this with you too. And let us know if it's been helpful from my point of view. I've got to wrap up and I've got to get off. I'm going for a massage. What are you up for the rest of the afternoon? Let us know what you took away from this. Was it any good? Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah.
You can have mine. You can have mine if you want.
Yeah, no. I'm sure I'll be able to book one as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you've gotten to the end of this and you're like, I want to go all the way in, I want more, I want to be in this Frequency Project thing that Sal's talking about, it is open right now to sign up for February start. We start next week. It's 8 weeks of your life. It may go on beyond that because many women who come through it the first time want to sign back up again, because it's not just about the content in there, it's the community. It's the connections.
100%.
It's the network.
Yeah.
And it is the repetition, because the more times that you receive this wisdom, the deeper it embodies, or it integrates, and you embody it, I should say. And when you embody it, it gets to be easy. It gets to be.
Also, I will say that my income did increase after I did the first Frequency Project. I think we know everybody that sort of went on to do it didn't it?
Pretty much.
I mean, I think in that one, and I think
that I'm going to give you, but there is
yours went 2 times. Yours went 10 times. Your February on February, year on year, you went 10 times. Your December figures were 10 times, or what was February, December? You were, 90% increase in engagement. Like it's factual. We're not making this shit up,
Yeah, the statistics very much back up the power of this work. If you want to jump in and find out more about the Frequency Project, I've put the link on the screen right now to do that. You have just a few more days.
You can make the banner big. Sorry, we are just learning.
Let's see how I can
make the banner big.
Oh,
so it's a bit hard to read.
Yeah, there's so many different ways to show things, but I'm going to try. Okay.
No, that's my banner. So you go in, you stop the ticker take at the bottom, I think. There's a way, but it is there.
So I can concentrate. I just have to go on top of the right one. Oh my goodness. Hide. Show. It's coming. It's a ticker check again. Edit. Not as a ticker. I got it.
You got it. So good. There you go.
There you go.
YvetteMayer.co, not com, but .co /FP for Frequency Project, February 24. Okay, www.yvetteMayer.co.FPFEB24. You'll get to a sales page. There'll be a place there which offers you to purchase. It's just a sales page. That's how you can go straight in. And we will drop links here where if you're wanting to have a little bit more of a tester, you're not quite a yes yet, but just know that this is closing soon.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Have a great weekend wherever you are, and definitely come and see you in the Frequency Project.